Welcome to episode 12 of the All for Our City podcast. Today I will be talking about Reno 1868 FC's latest signings, Reno's match with San Diego, and Reno's upcoming season opener. Getting into some news, pre-orders are still available for my limited edition scarf. I started a new group on Facebook for away trips. It's called Reno 1868 FC Road Warriors. We'll have info about upcoming away trips, stuff like ticket info, ride information, hotel, and other stuff like that. Also, we'll have threads and schedules for things like pregame and postgame parties. Getting into some Reno 1868 news, they have 4 new signings. Emilio Yacaz, I think I just butchered that one. Diego Casillas, I think that's how you say that. And then Alex Burkholds and Jared Timmer. So Emilio's, I can't say that last name, is a midfielder from the University of South Florida. He played in 32 games in 2 seasons, and he got 7 goals over the course of those 2 seasons. He's another solid midfield signing, I think, and he's another college player added to the team looking to prove himself at the pro level. Diego Casillas, I don't know, not quite sure how to pronounce his last name, but I'm not really sure how to pronounce any of these last names, and I'm not really good at it. But he's a former Fresno midfielder. He played in 21 games and had 10 shots. 6 of those shots were on target, and 2 of them ended up in the back of the net. Both of those were headers, and that was in 2019. He had 7 clearances, 2 blocks, and 11 interceptions last season. He's another solid signing, I think. I think he's another solid player added to an already stacked midfield. Alex Burkholds. Yeah, Burkholds. He's a former Tacoma defender. He played in 23 games last year. He had 127 clearances, which is a lot. He had 23 blocks and 26 interceptions last season. I think he's a good defensive addition, despite some criticism about him coming from Tacoma, and Tacoma being one of the worst defensive teams last year. And we've arguably stolen Tacoma's best player from last season. And then Jared Timmer, who played 66 games as a midfielder with Butler. Reno currently has 6 defenders, 9 midfielders, and 4 forwards. Getting into what's going on the pitch, looking into our last game, Reno hosted San Diego last Saturday. The main thing with this match was that it was the last preseason match of the season for Reno. What really stood out to me is the starting lineup, and that was that Matt Bersano started in net. Reno hasn't announced a goalkeeper signing yet. At the end of last season, I was under the impression that neither JT or Matt would come back for 2020. That could have been a one-time thing just for preseason. I'm hoping that it's not. It would be nice to see either one of them back in Reno or both of them back in Reno. They were both excellent keepers the last couple of years. Matt's always been a great keeper. They're both the reason that Reno has won multiple games last season. Matt Bersano got 5 clean sheets in 19 games in 2019. He got 7 clean sheets in 11 games in 2018. He got 9 clean sheets in 28 games in 2017. He's been here since the beginning. It's questionable if he will be there or be here throughout the season, or if he's going to go back and forth with San Jose. Matt could share the starting keeper role with JT. They have been doing that the last couple seasons in Reno. There could also be another keeper that we don't know about yet that could come in. We'll know more as we head towards April, I think. In the game with San Diego, Reno went down early. San Diego scored 7 minutes into the match. San Diego then scored in the 24th minute, and then San Diego made it 3-0 in the 30th minute. Reno would finally score in the 44th minute. That goal would come from Corey Herzog. On that goal, which you can see the replay on Twitter, the ball made its way to an under-pressure Reno player. I couldn't tell who it was. He took the ball into the box. He put it on the keeper really quickly, like the ball dropped, and he just took a shot right on the keeper because the keeper stepped out of position to attack that, to try to get the ball, win the loose ball kind of. But the ball went loose, like the keeper didn't grab it. It kind of bounced off the keeper, giving out a good rebound. And then Corey just put it in the wide open net. And he was able to do that because when the ball hit the keeper went down to the ground and was way out of position. And there was nobody between Corey and putting that thing in the net. And I think 10 out of 10 times he's going to put it in a wide open net. I really like this goal. It's kind of a scrappy goal. Corey was definitely in the right place at the right time. Reno subbed Sam Gleedle for Jonas Baudadi. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. We got some really weird names this year. But they subbed Sam Gleedle to start the second half. Corey would score again in the 48th minute. San Diego would score in the 73rd minute, and then the game would end 4-2 San Diego. Like I said last week, it was just preseason. I don't like how we let ourselves get into a 3-0 hole. Hope that's not going to be a common theme this season. I think our defense has some things that they need to work on. I do like how our team didn't give up, though, after we got into that hole. I really like Corey's effort in this game, and I think that if he continues to play this way and keep it up, he will probably be in a similar position, or his role with the team will probably be similar to what Brian Brown's was last year or what Dane Kelly's was before that. Getting into our next game, Reno starts the season off this Friday in Tacoma. That'll be our first game of the season. That game will be at 7 p.m. Reno is 1-0-1 all time versus Tacoma. Reno is also 0-2-1 in season openers. This will be the first time Reno has started the season on the road. I think our lineup will pretty much be the same as our starting lineup was against San Diego. I think that there might be a couple of changes on defense in midfield to help kind of make sure that we don't go back into that hole like 3-0 like we did against San Diego, or just not give up a goal early. I think that that's going to happen. Looking at key players, Reno has Corey Herzog. Obviously, he's a guy that you're going to have to look out for in any game this year. But coming up here, he had a good effort on Saturday. He scored both of our goals, and he looks like he's going to be our Brian Brown for this season. So I would watch out for that in this game. Matt Bersano, will he start? Will it be him or someone else? Will JT start? Big questions for Reno and net still, because they haven't announced a keeper or a keeper signing. And then Tucker Bone is another player that I think that we should watch out for in this one. He was a second half sub in Saturday's match. I expect something similar during Friday's match. I do expect him, though, as the season continues and the season goes on, for him to make bigger, or for him to have a larger role with the team, and for him to make a bigger impact in this upcoming game. Looking at some key players for Tacoma, Shannon Hapinu, or Shandon Hopiu. I'm not sure how to pronounce people's names. I'm really bad at that. I apologize. He's a forward for Tacoma. He played in 28 games last year with them. He was their third best scorer last year. I believe they lost their first two best scorers. And he or he accomplished being the third best scorer by scoring 5 goals. Sam Rogers, that's a name I can pronounce. He's a defender. He played in 20 games last year for Tacoma, and he got 87 clearances. And then Jesse Daly, he's a midfielder. He played in 24 games. He had 26 clearances and 2 goals for Tacoma last season. Sometimes it's hard to find meaning in early season games. I know that's true because the standings are 0 and it's basically a reset for everyone, and things are just getting started, so it doesn't seem significant. A single game this early in the season can seem insignificant. The truth is that the sooner we start winning, the better. If we can start stringing wins together early on in the season, that will be good. If we can start winning early, then early losses won't come back to haunt us later on in the season as we try to make a playoff push. I think as long as Reno doesn't get into a hole like they did with San Diego, Reno can win this game. More than one person needs to put the ball in the net, though. It can't just be Corey scoring the whole time. If only one player is scoring the whole time, then it's really easy for other defenses and other teams to shut down our entire offense. I'm not saying that Corey is the only one that can score. We definitely have some talent on our team that can score. I'm saying our offense needs to do a better job than they did on Saturday. I do think we will not lose this match because we haven't lost a match to Tacoma yet, and I don't think that we're going to drop this one. Tacoma also finished 17th last season with only 8 wins, so I don't think that there's a lot offensively there that Tacoma has to really threaten us right now, and I think that we'll be fine. I just don't think that Tacoma will beat us. There's no other team news right now, as all the other teams in our area aren't playing right now. I just want to say thanks for listening. Come back next week for another episode. Hope to have another episode out next week. Be talking more about Tacoma and what happens Friday. I think it'll be a good game. Thanks for listening again, and I'll see you at the watch party, hopefully.